Okay, folks, so I was actually about to start editing a handful of videos. Trust and believe, I have a lot of videos I haven't even posted yet. But I'm trying to get the 7 or 8 up on the channel that need to go up before tonight's new episode of Sistas. I'm not really concerned about sneak peeks or pictures anymore because it just seems like they are not doing that at all for season 9. You know how on Tuesday or Wednesday they used to drop 1 or 2 clips and a handful of photos to get us hyped. Now it's like, here, dang, just look at the episode. But I was reading the comments on one of my recent upload, well, the most recent upload actually, the one I titled, "Is There Now Hope for Season 11?" And I kind of based that on the fact that KJ and Sky Black the Blacks have moved from LA to ATL. And I'm like, wow, okay, so maybe, there is hope for life beyond season 10. And then, in the video, I go into great detail. There was one comment that stood out to me. Let Sistas end at season 10. Like, literally, what else can they do besides stretch out more useless storylines? And that's a fair point. I mean, because everybody's entitled to their opinion. But I saw a few other comments going like, I hope the series continues with more excellent seasons. The show can go on for as ever long as they want to. Season 11 is already filmed. No, that is not true. Only season 10 is. And, some other compliments about the show as well. It's just gotten to the point where, to put it into perspective, sometimes I sit back and wonder, okay, what is the next Sistas? And what I mean by that is it doesn't have to be a spinoff. I'm not talking about like Divorce Sistas or Zatima, or the one, honestly, I want more than anything else, a mini series or whatever, or it could be a series in itself, but a prequel series with younger actresses portraying the women, how they met in college, all that good stuff. That would be great. But I want to know, like, what's going to be the next hit show. Like, don't get me wrong. We got the Beauty in Black. We got Zatima. But I'm talking about, like, the next big show for BET. I don't really know. To be completely honest, in some ways, I feel like Tyler has kind of done everything he can in terms of BET. What I mean by that, okay, let me try to put this in as best terms as I can. He's already beaten the records. I mean, well, he's beaten his own records because number one, I believe Divorce Sistas, the premiere of that series, was the highest rated series premiere on that platform. Sistas has been number 1 every single season it's been on the air. Even though I have no idea what the ratings are for. I don't think I ever found out what the ratings were for the back half of season 8 to where we are in season 9. If anybody has a link to a website that showcases the ratings, please put them in the comments because I would love to know. At this point, I just feel like nobody cares because it's like, and the show's still going. Sistas, let it go on. I don't care at this point. Like, if it goes on, it goes on just because, hey, look at how many other shows have continued on longer than, it needed to be on the air. I mean, some shows are still on the air because they make money. That's what it's really about. The ratings, well, yeah, the money and whatnot. I'd love for another show to come, just knock me over the same way the haves and the have-nots did. And I responded to the person's comment about, yeah, let this show end so we can get something fresh. Why stretch out these storylines? My attitude is this. As much as I want a new hit show, I don't care if it's on BET or whatever platform that Tyler Perry decides to put content on, but I don't know if there will ever be another Sistas. I know. Maybe I should say have and have nots, because honestly, I feel like after that show, that's when things just kind of tank for me. A show that feels fresh, because, and this isn't, hey, this is no shade to Beauty in Black at all. No, I'm not. No, the show is big. It's doing its thing, but I just feel like for me, the show really came across as like a All the Queen's Men, P-Valley, Players Club blending for Netflix. That's what it really came, off as. Because by the time the show came out, what was it, last year? By that point, Tyler had done like 50 shows and 300 movies. So it's not anything we haven't really seen before. The haves and the have-nots was something that had people going, whoa, hold up, wait a minute. This isn't Tyler Perry in a dress and a wig. This isn't a comedy. This is like a legit show. I don't think that we'll ever have that again. I feel like Tyler could if he wanted to, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't really see it happening. By that, I mean a show that has multiple seasons of just quality writing, compelling storylines, because I think a lot of us, a lot of fans, and when I say the fans, I'm not talking about the fans who love everything Tyler Perry Studios puts out because it's a Tyler Perry Studio project. I'm not talking about those fans. Those are the devoted fans who, are able to keep the lights on at Tyler Perry Studios because they tune into everything. I'm talking about the fans who can be objective, not 100% negative, but I mean the fans who aren't necessarily have tints over their eyes that blinds them to the lack of quality of some of these shows. I don't know, because it just seems like a trend where a new Tyler Perry show comes out and it's seemingly fresh. It grabs our attention. We're having compelling storylines. We have relatable characters. And they have like a strong start. That first season is like, yeah. But then we get to like season 2 or maybe even 3. And then that's where it's like, oh, the Tyler Perry isms seem to come out, like the dragged out scenes, repetitive dialogue. Look, I know Beauty in Black is still a hit. If I remember correctly, doesn't season 2 start on September 11th, the same day as Zatima season 4? I still don't think that the back half of season 1 reached the hype of the first half, because it felt like that second half of the season came and went. Because if you remember, I mentioned how my sister came into my house and she literally went on for like a 30-45 minute just filibuster. Jeremy, have you watched Beauty in Black? Because she loved the show. That second half came out, it was okay. I can't wait for season 2, but I mean, it didn't do it like the first half. And a lot of people said the same thing, like, oh, here we go. Some of those routine things, like characters being stupid and, like, why are they dragging out this scene and they're just talking in circles? Now, season 2 might, increase the quality and whatnot and get people talking. I want to pay close attention. But then again, it's not that I didn't pay close attention to the hype about season 1 part 2. It's just that I didn't see or hear a lot of buzz. I'm just saying. So when it comes to Divorce Sisters now, I really love the first half of season 1, and season 1B will probably get late 2025. So I'm intrigued to see how that's going to go. I just think that it's possible we can have another hit show, but at this point, I'm like, with the rate of production at Tyler Perry Studios, it's whatever. Just, hey, if Sistas goes on to season 15, let it go on. It is what it is. Because I mean, people keep their jobs. I still have a hit show to review consistently. But I just don't know if there will ever be another show that reaches the heights. And when I mean reaches the heights, I don't mean like it's number 1 and then that's it. I mean, don't get me wrong. What's that? I remember, what was it, VH1 or MTV's like, Where Are They Now? Or it's like One Hit Wonders, where, it's like a mini documentary, like a 30-minute music video marathon where, hey, here's a one-hit wonder, and then they'll have the artist or the band or whoever, talk for a little bit. And they always end the episode by going, it's better to be a one-hit wonder than a no-hit wonder. So, I mean, season 1, I guess Tyler makes the show good to get an audience's attention. And then after that, it's kind of like, really don't have to put in a lot of effort because people still watch the show. So I am curious about, will there ever be a series that will start off strong and not only maintain that level of quality, but increase it as the series goes on? I've mentioned this multiple times, but I mean, I'm hopeful for Divorced Sisters simply due to the fact that, look, Sistas is, not 8 seasons in. We're currently in the 9th season, and they got 10 already filmed. You would think that that show could learn from the mistakes and the feedback from the fans from the original series and go, okay, now let me see, what can I do with this show that will appease the fans and keep it running? Because Tyler did say he hopes Divorced Sisters goes as long as Sistas has. And I feel like, well, that will be a guarantee if you get that quality up. Like, just keep it going. If you want to have Divorced Sisters go for 9, 10, 15 seasons, make it worth its, longevity. But then again, you look at like a SpongeBob or Teen Titans Go or Greg's Anatomy or whatever. Shows run their course, but so long as the property is making money for the parent company, they don't care about quality. Yeah, you might get some gems every now and then, because I think several months ago there was like this one episode of SpongeBob that I think people lost their minds over because of either the animation style or just the writing and the comedy and whatnot. It really harkened back to like the late 90s, early 2000s SpongeBob when it was peak. So yeah, I don't know if there'll ever be like, what's the next Sisters or what's the next Have and Have Nots. I want to be completely honest here. I think there will be a Have and Have Not reboot or continuation before we get like a new Tyler Perry soap. I mean, I'm just saying. But with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you want Sisters to end at season 10? Because my thought process is, what's the point of ending that show when it's still a hit, just to create another show that might start off strong, but then it reaches the same levels of like mediocrity and repetitiveness as a Sisters, even though season 9 is really good right now. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.